do a commentary on the video that Bernard made and that I uploaded on my site about equal money and careers, and just to get some basic points open and out there for everyone to look at and see that it can actually work. It's something that has never been considered, and yet here we are proposing it as a new way. And I can only give a personal perspective on a few points within a video, because that's the only points that requires an actual physical perspective. And here is one of the examples that I will be giving commentary on.
Obviously, in an equal money system, virtually all the careers eventually will disappear from the perspective that they exist now, because when you make a decision for your life, you will no longer make it based on the economic impact or how you can find a way to become famous or how you can find a way to become wealthy.
So now, do not panic when you hear careers will end as we know it, and consider that the equal money system is a complete new system, and it can work, it will work. This is currently how I have been living my life for the past 3 years. I do not have a specific career, but yet I apply myself within everything that needs to be done.
It will be based on the most astonishing, astounding idea. Something the human race has never ever considered. The idea that what you do as your career or the purpose and reason for your living is to find ways for all living things to have a more fulfilled life. That means the real pursuit of happiness.
Now, with that said, let me give you a real super cool example. Here on the farm, there are a bunch of beings: humans, dogs, horses, cats, birds, and there's lots of it. So there's like 16 cats, 18 dogs, 10 horses, 30 ducks, 50 chickens, name it. And it's not as if there's someone that specifically only does one thing, such as chickens or ducks or horses only. Everybody does everything, depends on where they are required. This is a pretty cool system because there's unlimited support and assistance within any project, within any line of career. So for instance, if we need to put fencing up on the farm, everybody can pitch in. It's not as if only I can do it because it's my career, because I earn money for it. No, everybody already gets equal pay, thus everybody can equally participate in everything. No one is going to get disadvantaged or abused or anything if they suddenly now love thy neighbor as thyself. And this includes the animals, and how we have designed pretty cool environments for them where they live equally happy, so to say, and where they can enjoy themselves.
The real pursuit of actual evolution. Yes, that is what equal money will facilitate. Because no longer will the need, the desire, and the implied and tacit regulation and rules exist that you have to consider profit and loss. Obviously, it will take some real benevolence and insight and logic and common sense from you to understand what an equal money system really entails. It is such a very out of the ordinary, out of the universe idea.
Yes, equal money is quite an out of the ordinary idea. Yes, it sounds like a fairy tale to some, but yet it is practical. It's a living thing that has to be lived, and here on the farm, to a certain degree, this living has been taking place. We still depend on the system, the capitalistic system, for money, but once the money is here, everything on the farm is practiced in a specific way that will be practiced out in a likewise way in an equal money system. And it's not that far-fetched once you start living it, once you start applying it, once you start seeing it, once you start educating yourself, and once you understand it. It takes time, but once you understand it, it's really simple. And it's actually funny how simple it really is, and yet people can't see it. Is simplicity a fairy tale? So the last point I want to bring up is how awesome it is to not be limited by a specific career that you have to choose to do for the rest of your life till death. I mean, that is deliberate enslavement. That's like enslaving someone for the rest of their life to this one career, and that's it. I mean, here on the farm, I'm not assigned a specific career, yet there is so many to do. There is fencing to do, there is looking after all the different animals, there is doing the sewages, there is doing building houses, there is taking care of the gardens, there is food production that we have now going, the veggie gardens and stuff, there is the dams, the rivers, there is the roads, the pathways, all of these things on the farm that needs to be taken care of. And I do all of it. I'm not limited by only being the road worker or only being the veggie garden worker, or my career is only to work with the ducks or only to work with the chickens. My career is to physically, practically live here in every breath and see what needs to be done and help my fellow beings here on the farm and love my neighbors here on the farm as myself, and you know, everybody pitch in, so everyone takes a point of responsibility, and if any help is needed, etc., you just simply ask. It's that simple. And that's how an equal money system's career will work. It won't be enslavement, it will be a self-responsible point. So I am responsible for ducks, but I'm not limited to only doing that. I can do chickens, horses, I can do vegetables, I can do gardening, I can do cleaning the water, I can do sewage, I can do road work, etc. I can work with everyone equally. And this requires education, but it took me 3 years from knowing nothing of building and working with my hands to being able to do anything with my hands. Only 3 years. It is possible.
Practical, action-driven solutions. That's what we do at the Equal Life Foundation. That's what we do with the Equal Money System. That's what we do with Destiny. And that is why we have the Destiny I process as a training program to coach you in life skills and in leadership skills. So join us today, because you will join us. That is inevitable.